Hello everyone, I'm Shiva and I'm teaching you this lab. Besides this lab, I will be teaching you Lab 6 and Lab 9. So if you have any questions regarding any of these labs, please feel free to email me at shiva.aghdam@ttu.edu. So far, you know about the scientific process, which is used to solve a problem. In this lab, we are going to see how we can perform a controlled experiment. As a reminder, what's the scientific hypothesis? It's a tentative explanation of the observed phenomenon and a prediction of what will happen under experimental conditions. How can you find out your hypothesis is correct? You need to set up a controlled experiment in which you control constant all the factors known as variables except for the one you want to test. Let's design a controlled experiment. Imagine you want to test the effect of type of water on rose bushes, whether they grow better in rainwater or tap water. How do you set up the experiment to test this claim? First, you need plants. You need plants of the same species. For example here, plant A and plant B. Everything about the plants should be exactly the same, including their size, health, and age. You need to use identical pots with the same amount of the same kind of soil. You need to put the plants at the same place, so they expose to the same amount of sunlight and keep them at the same temperature. You will also need to water them with the same amount of water at the same time. You need to control all the variables because the purpose of your experiment is to find out whether or not the type of water affects the growth of rose bushes. What would be different? In this experiment, the only difference is type of water. How do you know if your hypothesis is correct? You know it because you measure the plants. The measurements are your data, and at the end of this experiment, you will look at your data and compare the measurements of plants which got tap water with the plants which got the rainwater. Finally, you will figure out the results of this control experiment can support your hypothesis or not. For this lab, you will simulate an experiment to test the heat absorption of 3 different materials and 5 different colors. You need to record your data in a table. You need to convert the table to a graph. You need to answer the question in the journal. And at the end, submit the journal and the graph as a PDF file by noon on July 16th. If you have any question, feel free to email me.